Like the lights, and I did the same thing. We're offering lights. Imagine that you're offering innumerable lights to innumerable bodhisattvas, and not only you, also you are encouraging everybody also makes to join you in making offering the lights. The sun can go there. Sun come here. Of all directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the good mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so forth. Shine the light of Dharma for all the good mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so forth directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the good mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so forth directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the good mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions.
Beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the mysteries glow.
With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddha, so four directions, to shine the light of Dharma for all the Buddha mysteries glow. What are these seats? Okay, setting a proper motivation with 3 points: refuge field, Bodhicitta field, and the purpose of this practice. Refuge field. Visualize all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, meaning the beings who successfully have awakened their Buddha nature, see the perfection within themselves, and now experiencing total fearlessness and infinite happiness, and also also extending universal compassion, unconditional love towards all the beings to share their wisdom of awakening. And how you visualize them? Visualize them as so loving, caring, embracing, and particularly focused on you. How the mother, in many cases, how the mother just focuses her full attention with the smile, her eyes directed towards you. It's a matter of our karmic purification. If the karmic purification happens, yes, you will see that all Buddhist person, they're actually watching each one of us, but particularly you, with so much love, affection, care, embrace. Bodhicitta field, visualize your two kind parents and all of family members, including your children, the human beings, all the human beings in this planet, in the world, in the Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe, the human beings, animals, insects, hungry ghosts, hell beings, God and goddesses, spirits, living unassigned, all the creatures in the ocean, all the creatures in the wilderness, in the forest, living unassigned, even the non-human beings, spirits, roaming around, everyone with you. And imagine that you are the mother and all of them are like your children, and that they make mistakes, they're difficult, yes, and yet, in the eyes of the mother, all the children are so dear to you, you're so dear to them, and that's how you embrace all the beings living unassigned. And the purpose of this practice is to awaken the Buddha nature, the seed of perfection within us. And the seed of the awakening, fearlessness and infinite happiness is already there within us, but in dormant state. Why dormant? Because this incredibly precious treasure, these two are blocked, obscured by the mud obscuring the gold inside. Our job is to remove the mud. And how to remove this mud? Yesterday what we learned, ceasing karmic afflictions is nirvana. Karmic afflictions arise from conceptualization of inappropriate attention, which in turn arises from the elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. And this ignorance ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. Arya Nagarjuna taught us what constitutes all mental developments. And the Buddha very clearly indicated, He Dharma, Hetu, Prabhav, all these phenomena, they arise from the respective causes. There is no random phenomena. And what these causes are, Hetum Tesham Tathagato Hyavatat, what these causes are is taught by the Tathagata, the great, the awakened being. Desham Jayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanai Soha. And the cessation, how to bring an end to these causes of the miseries as well, is taught by the great seer. So we learned yesterday as to how, with the example of the 5 points, how the miseries are given rise to by the respective causes, and finally boiling down to the self-grasping ignorance, seeing things as so real, not like a dream. And how to remove the mental dirt is by removing this state where you are intoxicated to see the dream as non-dream, as real. And for that matter, we need to wake up. Wake up here meaning to know the reality, the dream, being empty of being real. And this is known as awakening, waking up. And this is also known as the wisdom of emptiness. So, very strong desire to generate this wisdom of emptiness, to see everything like a dream, empty of being real. And that must be driven by the motivation of universal compassion for all the beings. Everybody is suffering because of this, being trapped in the dream, failing to see the dream as dream instead of see the dream as real. This is why you see the difficult people. You see people in miseries and so forth, and you're suffering miseries. And you knowing this, seeing that everybody is sharing the same plight as you are, you generate very strong the compassion
that I will take the responsibility to wake up myself first and to let others also wake up and help others also wake up from the state of ignorance. Just generate very strong compassion with you towards all the beings. So with this motivation, just create a very strong feeling that I'll be engaged in this morning practice with this motivation for the benefit of all sentient beings. I'm going to do this practice, and at times it can be very superficial. It doesn't matter. So when you play the music, when you first learn the music, the keyboard, no music comes out, only noise comes out. But you're mimicking your teacher. Even though you mimic your music teacher, still noise comes out. But how come that the music will come out? It's just a matter of practice. Keep doing it. Initially, it's just contrary to music, it's a noise. Keep doing it, and eventually it becomes a music. So this is the meaning of the practice. So although what we are doing now may not resonate with our deep thinking, where we say, why should I have to work for others, this difficult person, why? And so forth. But keep doing this practice, study more, reflect more, you will succeed in revolutionizing your thinking to see that, wow, that's a very different way of looking at it. And this different way of the outlook of the world helps me get so much of peace, purpose of life, meaning, and now I know what to do. And for myself, and then for others, the more I do for others, the more happy I become. So this is the reality. So with this motivation, let us turn to page 3. And again, a reminder, as you read this, make sure the words flow, and the meaning is reflected. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha, with Dharma, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha, with Dharma, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha, with Dharma, I pay homage. Sanye Juda Zoge Jonam Dai Chanju Bando Dani Kibe Zonam Ge Dola Penye Sanye Rubarai Sho Sanye Tane Jazu Je Lage Jinzo Kibe Zonam Ge Dola Penye Sanye Rubarai Sho. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the Consummate Buddha, the Supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is freedom and liberations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification and complete peace, which through the knowledge of paths causes those every migrator to achieve the ends of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue and expand a variety of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by artisan to benefit sentient beings. The teachers who guide and protect her, to you are my prostrations. The one who has eliminated and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Te Shandata Gato Yeva Manaye Swaha. Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Tathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahash Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata, the cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-compensating. Such is the nectar like Dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I return to words. Beyond utterance, thought and expression is a professional wisdom, which is unborn, unseized and has the nature of space. Is altogether apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of 3 times, are the obeisance. The 4 seals of the Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are the nature of suffering. All phenomena are the nature of emptiness and selflessness, transcending sorrow's peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha, the Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. Give teachings until the end of the expansive billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of the suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. If you are attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If you are attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Watch page 14. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, four-destroyer, completely perfected, full awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, mirror of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the complete and full awakened one, the glorious conqueror, the subdued from the Shakya clan, are prostrate, make offerings and go for refuge. When all supreme amongst humans, you are born on this earth, you pays off 7 strides, then 7 supreme in this world. You who are wise then are prostrate. With pure bodies, formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the
Winner of the best, Lord, to you are prostrated. With the supreme science, face like the spotless moon, color like gold, to you are prostrate. Lusty like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparable wise one, to you are prostrate. The Savior having great compassion,
the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the Tathagata prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies are prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show them the path of liberation.
the holy field for realization.
Who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the Sangha prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly, this is a teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew, water bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through this marriage, may sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing, subdue the 4 faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, betrayed by the ways of aging, sickness, and death. Okay, page 29, Heart Sutra. While reciting Heart Sutra, let us not forget to remember the 3 points. One, what is the question asked by Shariputra to Avalokiteshvara? Then what is the response given by Avalokiteshvara to Shariputra? And then the third, what's the benefit if we practice the wisdom of emptiness as taught by Avalokiteshvara to Shariputra as a response to his question. I prostrate to the Aryatubal gem. And thus did I hear at one time the Buddha was dwelling on Master Balcha's mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty within their nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound professional wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage, professional wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty in their nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional practice, and consciousness is empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composite factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element and so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation of the path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely upon and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond ever, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the 3 times also manifestly completely awaken, unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the professional wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the professional wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the professional wisdom is declared: Yata Om Gade Gade Bara Samvade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train in the profound professional wisdom like that the Buddha arose from that concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, it is like that. One should practice a profound professional wisdom, just as you've indicated, even that the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha, having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara, those around in the entirety, along with the word of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Buddha. Okay, as to recite this, those of us who already been there in Balcha's Peak, just imagine you are there. And if you've not been there, just visualize that you are there. With the Buddha Shakyamuni there, Avalokiteshvara, and Shariputra there, and also visualize His Holiness the Dalai Lama. His Holiness paid visit to the site so many times, and the place is blessed not only by the Buddha and Avalokiteshvara, Shariputra, but His Holiness also paid, and so many enlightened beings they visited and blessed the place. So just visualize that you are there, and all your family members and all sentient beings are there with you, and then then imagine that Buddha Shakyamuni is exhorting us: don't remain in the fears of samsara, don't remain in the tears and the miseries. Come, awaken your Buddha nature and come to experience the ultimate happiness, your total fearlessness and full of meaning in your life. And the purpose, by awakening your Buddha nature, remove the mental dirt by resorting to the wisdom of emptiness. And hearing what Bodhicitta is teaching us, you are so inspired, and you in turn inspire all your dear sentient beings to listen to what the Bodhicitta is taught, and then come to join this journey of Gade, Parasimgade, Bodhiswaha, to cleanse the mind from mental defilements by resorting to very powerful wisdom, and then awaken the purpose of the life, the fearlessness and infinite happiness. And everybody, hearing what you are saying, they are so inspired, they join you in this journey. With this mind, let's beside this, imagine that all beings are joining you in this journey of the awakening. By the teachings of three supreme jewels possessing power and truth, may inner and outer hindrance be transformed, may they dispel, may they be nourishing, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspiciousness of perfect happiness pervade this place now. On 8 verse mind training, page 35. By Geshe-la Thamba, with the determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, we surpass even the virtual falling gem and hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest among all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectful of all others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe in my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character, and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes misleads me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these men undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns, and may recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From my true collections, vast the space I have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is planted in ignorance. 7 limb practice, the next page, page 37. For the 7 limb practice, there are so many versions. So the basic trend remains the same, 7 limb practice. And you see that it depends on the author, the masters who compose this, and the summary associated with, for example, like the Buddha, some associated with Guru Baba, some associated with Shirikala Chakra, and so there are so many versions there, and you can pick up any one of these, but I personally prefer the one directly taken from the sutra, meaning the Buddha's own teachings. So rather than confining to one particular tradition and so forth, so it becomes more universal for everyone. So this is from the sutra. Okay. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri. You are the Buddhas, the lions amongst humans, God of freedom in the present, past, and future. In the worlds of 10 direction, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy or aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect and with as many bodies as atoms in the world, to all you Buddhas visualize as real, I bow down. Only every particle are Buddha's numberless particles. Each of me is a host of Bodhisattvas. I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with the Buddhas in this way.
With infinite oceans of you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice,
I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sagadas, beautiful flowers and regular gardens.
Sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer you victorious ones of Allah. Fine threads and spaces for you, hands of powder keep the eyes fountain.
All wondrous offerings in spectacular array, offered to you victorious ones. With transcendental offerings, fearless and with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I've done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all this openly lay bare before you. I lift my heart and rejoice in all the merits of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training in those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the world in 10 directions, who attain the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. You who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for aeons, numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all one twist in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostration, offering, and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha's stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. Okay, next page 40, a short mental offering. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with marmeru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. So Dhammas Venerable Gambopa. May be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May be blessed that my thermal practices of the proper path. May be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. The four Dhammas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps the true existence, please bless me with genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious Bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Edam Guru Ratna Mendela Kanya Ratteyami. Okay. The next, page 42, the foundation of all good qualities by the Sangapa, the roadmap to enlightenment. All what we studied yesterday, all what we're going to study the remaining the days. So these are all being put together in the form of the summary roadmap to attaining the purpose of life, the greater purpose of life. And we see that ultimately the best of the purpose of life is to awaken the Buddha and Ishvatan. Whoever you are, whatever religion that you're following, whatever gender, whatever ethnicity, this is a purpose. And this, when there is awakening, is so beautiful. It does not require any other language. Everybody can understand the language of compassion. Everybody can understand this. Even the worst of the enemy, when they see you compassion, they can understand this. It's so beautiful. And this is where is no treasure. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this birth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtues and non-virtual karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativity, and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them to more suffering, recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, great caution arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the pradimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother my creature beings. Please bless me to see this twin and supreme bodhicitta and bear the responsibility of freeing my creature beings. Even if developed bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 times of morality, I'll not in clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I've passed by destruction through room objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of come abiding special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gate for the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to practice these vows places like my life. And having realized the importance of the 2 stages, essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teaching of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and our spiritual friends who practice their long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all of the any hindrances. And all my lives never separated from perfect Gurus, enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages of the paths, may could attain this Vajradhara. Okay, next maximum verse. English verse followed by Tibet. You are a Bodhicitta, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, which destroy hordes of demons without exception. Sangaba, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, Losantaba at your feet and make prostrations. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyed hordes of demons without exception. Zonkaba, crown jewel of the stage of the snows, Losantava, at your feet, I make prostrations. Okay, next generating the Mara concept yoga with 4 points. First, single thought meditation or shamatha meditation. 5 minutes, and let me quickly remind all of us the 4 points for the single. By the way, meditation is of 2 kinds: analytical meditation and stability meditation. Analytical meditation, also referred to as the special insight meditation or vipassana meditation. Vipassana here is very different. And then the shamatha meditation, 2. And the purpose of the analytical meditation is to sharpen the intelligence. And the stability meditation or the shamatha meditation is to stabilize your practices. 2 things. Stabilize the mind. 2 things. And so what we're doing here in 5 minutes is the stability meditation or shamatha meditation. For the shamatha meditation, 4 points to remember. 1, body posture. 2, focal point. Thank you. Okay. So what happened? It's yesterday, right? It says, so I said it last year. What was number 1? Body posture. Number 2, focal point. Number 3, identifying the errors of meditation. Number 4, applying the remedies to overcome the errors. Right? If possible, try to remember even the words. That would be very useful, because the words reflect your thinking. When you say errors, right? What errors? Errors in eating food, errors of the meditation. Identifying in that too, look, identifying the errors of meditation. And then the what? Remedy. Don't just remedy. Applying the remedies to overcome the errors. If you can learn even the words, they reflect your mind is being shaped. The words reflect your thought processes. Okay, so with this in mind, first the body posture. Body posture, cross-legged, if you can do that, very good. If not, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on whatever, it's fine. Then next is, very important is the backbone upright. Upright position, which means that if you have pain, if you have backache problem, then you are exempted. Otherwise, those who have no issue with the back, no pain, then learn how to sit upright. This is so important without leaning against the support. Okay. Then the next is your head tilted forward a little bit, and the most important thing is the eyes not closed. Eyes half open and 45 degrees cast down. And if you do come across, say, some people saying that, oh, close your eyes, this just ignore. You're getting it? Because closing your eyes is very dangerous. And yes, I have seen many people saying they just give an instruction, close your eyes. Once in a while, where you have like really mentally disturbed and so forth, and somebody very skillfully may say that, okay, just forget everything, close your eyes, just remain for a while, don't think of anything. These are very skillful means. For a standard meditation, beginner, standard meditation, always eyes open. Keep 45 degrees cast down, keep very naturally half open, and cast it 45 degrees cast down and ignore. Then the tip of the tongue should touch the upper palate to avoid excessive accumulation of saliva in your mouth. Then the teeth and lips in the nasal course and breathe normally. Don't force your breath, don't control your breath. Let the breath flow normally. And your right hand on your left hand, the two thumbs joining, standing, forming a triangle. Place the two hands on your lap in restful state. And your body should be flexible. Over there.
Why is it dangerous to close your eyes?
Okay, this we'll discuss later. I have so many questions come up and we'll not finish this course. So I will address this. Perhaps one of the classes is very dangerous. And later on, when you become expert, I did mention this yesterday, when you really become good at it, I wouldn't say expert, because people use these adjectives and then the ego boosts up, right? And the meditation is, the subtle ego, meditation becomes ego booster, right? I become expert, I'm an expert in meditation, right? Real experts never say that I'm an expert in meditation. Real experts never say this. Okay, when you become good in meditation, stable in meditation, good in meditation, then at that point, then eyes closed, eyes open, there's no difference. For the beginners, it's very dangerous with eyes open, with eyes closed. Okay. And the body should be flexible, it should not be rigid, it should be flexible. While upright, but should be flexible. Sometimes, as beginners, when you keep your body upright, automatically the body becomes tense, and this is not good, not healthy. Okay, this is your body posture. The next is what? Focal point. Focal point meaning, what are you going to meditate on? Just by sitting like this is not meditation. It's not meditation. Meditation, this is just the physical appearance. Real meditation should be done by your mind, mental consciousness, not even by your sense consciousness, by mental consciousness. And how do you distinguish between sense consciousness, mental consciousness? So all these we have to learn. These courses will greatly help us. How the mind works, what are the distinctions within your mind. So it should be the mental consciousness and that should be employed for your meditation. Focal point. And there are so many objects of meditation. What we have chosen is something very simple, yet very effective. Number one, to count your breath. Just breathe in, breathe out. combined together is one cycle. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so the breathing in and out, exhalation, inhalation, combined together is one cycle. Total we do for 5 minutes. And when you're on your own, when you're by yourself doing the meditation, I would say as beginners, don't do it for 5 minutes, do it only 21 cycles. 21 cycles is 1.5 minutes on average. 1.5 minutes, and then the 1.5 minutes, 21 cycles, give a short break, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Again, another session, 21 cycles. Again, another, give a short break, and another session. Total like 3 sessions in the morning, 2 sessions in the evening. If you're being very consistent, experientially, you will start to feel the stability of meditation. Then the point number 3 and number 4, when you're able to keep track of and keep an eye on point number 3 and 4 well, then we see that that you will know when to extend your duration from the 21 cycles, which is 1.5 minutes, to like 5 minutes. And even if it is so good, your meditation is going on so well, to stabilize it, continue this like 5 minutes for about like 1 week or 2 weeks. Then again, it's stabilized and so good without the errors meditation happening. Then you can extend to like 10 minutes. So the point is that don't focus too much on the quantity, focus more on the quality in the meditation. Don't say that, okay, I'm meditating. Most people who don't know meditation, what they do is that the first question they'd ask you is that, how long do you meditate? Which means that I'm ignorant of meditation. You're getting it? This person who's saying, how long are you meditating? This is totally ignorant of meditation. So the point is that it's not about the duration, how long you meditate, it's about the quality. You have to focus on quality. And some say, I meditate for 2 hours, right? This is a disaster. You are ruining yourself, damaging yourself, creating a very bad habit. And once a bad habit is built, with all these errors happening, right? For example, like say, for there are some companies which they wash the computer parts, washing the computer parts, and the water required. So water should be so clean. So even the water that we drink is not good enough to wash the computer parts. It's extremely clean water. And water we don't worry. We have a lot of water coming from the mountain. No, it's not about the amount. It's about the quality. Your meditation is not about the duration of the meditation. It's about the quality. So quality should be emphasized. So for that matter, we should think of number 3 and number 4. What is number 3?
Errors of meditation.
Errors of meditation.
Very good. Identifying the errors of meditation. Okay. Identify errors of meditation. There are 2 errors. What are they? Mental laxity and mental excitement. Laxity and excitement. Laxity is the inactivity of your mind. Your mind becomes passive. Excitement is the overactivity of your mind. Your mind is distracted, your mind is scattered, and your mind is engrossed in the other things. So it is overly becoming active. One is inactivity of the mind, and both are problem. Finally, your mind should be extremely balanced, and in many cases, people, even if you go through the proper meditation, the technique or the guidance, but the likelihood that you go into the laxity is more. And in some, when you see that distracted, you can identify it more easily. But slight distractions are there, known as subtle excitement. So when these 2 things happen, we should be able to identify them. And once you identify these 2 errors happening, no need to worry, go for number 4. What is number 4? Applying the remedies to overcome the errors. So what remedies? There are two remedies: introspection and mindfulness. So introspection is to keep an eye on your mind to see what your mind is doing, whether the mind is actually meditating, or it is distracted, or it is in the next state. Just keeping an eye on your mind. That is the introspection, and the introspection is a huge work to keep watch of your mind, what your mind is doing. But it is said that when you actually meditate, don't introspect too often. That introspection itself can become distraction. Once in a while, introspect to see whether your mind is actually meditating or distracted or in a relaxed state, heavy, sinking, drowsy. And if you do see that with the introspection, if you do see that your mind is distracted or in a relaxed state, then apply the mindfulness. Mindfulness is like the rope, bring the mind back to the intended object of meditation. And if the mind is a little lax meaning little heavy or little drowsy, you have to make the mind active and fresh. If the mind is not fresh, this is wrong. This is at times, particularly when the weather is cold like this, you keep so warm, right? And it's very cozy, warm, and you just feel like drowsy, and then meditation is happening, both things happening together, right? Keep myself warm, also happening, and cozy, the mind's a little sinking, right? A little sleepy, and also meditating, right? Two things happening together. This is not wise. If you think you are wise, two things happen together. Actually, it's the worst of being unwise. So when you do that, it's not for your coziness. It's not for the rest. It's for to exercise your mind, to make sure that the mind is maintained balanced. Okay, ready? 5 minutes.
Question?
Yes.
How do you make the mind fresh? Do you find that to do?
Okay, good question. Thank you. This is a good question. When why the mind feels heavy, there are many factors. And you have to observe that. You have to know why your mind is feeling, okay, I'm trying my best to keep to keep my mind fresh and alert, but it's not happening. So why? You have to observe this. One reason can be that you did not have proper sleep. Two reasons that you must have overeaten. Three reasons that you must have been overworked, mentally overworked with stress, tension, and even for example, like I do translations, editing works, and these things, and you overdo that, and you're so overambitious, then okay, I do all these things. Now I still have another half an hour out of meditation, right? Your mind is already exhausted. It doesn't have the energy to continue. Although one side of your mind says that, no, I must do everything. But you don't have the energy left. So you have to make sure that your mind is not overworked. Then the next thing is that in terms of the food that you take, even the food that you take, it may not be like you overate, but the food that you can be excessive carbohydrate. Excessive carbohydrate is again a problem. It can burn so fast, make you very lethargic. Then sometimes when the protein is so less, or the vitamin is so less, again you feel that although your mind is fresh, but it is not serviceable. The mind is not serviceable. So which means that there should be enough protein, all the balanced diet, enough protein, even the lack of carbohydrate is also not good. There should be carbohydrate, but not excessive. And then the vitamins, you should not miss vitamins, and particularly people who are vegetarians, make sure that you take B12 and also vitamin D. Vitamin D, because most of us always are indoor, not outside. Indoor, because of which we don't get the sunlight. So vitamin D issue is there. Lack of vitamin D issue. And the B12 is a major issue. Those for vegetarian, make sure that you take the B12 supplements. This is so important. and alongside, as I said earlier, the protein. So without these things, very strange things can happen in meditation. When you're not meditating, it's fine. It's fine because your mind is operating on a very gross level. On a gross level, so there, even if the B12 is less, is fine, right? Not excessively less. But for the meditation, even the little less B12 can be reflected in your meditation. The mind will not be serviceable. So you have to check all these things. The distraction. Opposite of this mental laxity is the distraction. Laxity is a major issue. Even though you are so sincere, you are so dedicated, committed, but when the mind is in lax state, you can't do anything. Your mind feels heavy and you don't want to, say that, no, this should not happen. You try to do everything, still you feel the mind heavy. So for this you have to check all these factors, all these variables you have to check. And you have to fix them. This is one thing. For the mental excitement is primarily because of the same unnecessary engagement with the other activities. And say you have no engagement in this life, perhaps from the past lives. Past lives imprints, and people who sleep a lot. For them, then they say slept a lot in the past lives. So in this life, no matter what you do, still you feel so sleepy like this. This is the bad imprints of past. But don't blame your past life. Make sure that in this life you just check all these variables. What are the factors which can potentially make my mind go into in a lax state, and what are the factors which make my mind become excited or distracted? You have to check that. Yeah, you have to check that. And so therefore, particularly when you are in a retreat, the mode, it is good. It is good if, of course, the ideal retreat is where you have to cut off from all for example, like Bodhicitta, what are we doing? No mobiles allowed. This is so good. Otherwise, there's no point. For your own personal practice, of course, even for your studies, these got very distracting. What happened was that once there was like many years ago, almost like 20 years ago, 19 years ago, when I was translating for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So many people are connected. So I was trying to help in many, in my own ways, helping with this Krishna has this problem, then I help, So I always keep my mobile next to me because it is very helpful in helping others. And then the weekdays, okay, at the office work, very busy, and then I pick up is fine. And during the weekends, it's holiday means that my free time, and I put mobile there, I do my practice. And the mobile ding, 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 the mobile rings, and I can pick up and put down. And the mind becomes more deeper, and it is in the flow of going deeper. Again, the mobile rings. Again, pick up. Again, the mind comes up on surface. You feel it. And then I said, no, this is too much. So I can help, but there should be some balance required. So these are not urgent. Urgent things is different story. Not urgent things, I can do it anytime, not necessarily doing this. And then even this practice will help me more effectively to help others. So therefore, if you compromise this practice, then it's a big loss. For example, like without this practice, I may be helping, say the effectiveness may be like, say, the rate from 0 to 10, it may be like 5. With this practice, it can go to 7, 8, 9, more effective. Within a short period of time, effectiveness increases. So why not? So therefore, then what I did was that I switched off the mobile. And then did meditation. Instantly, mind goes deep, very good. Instantly. So this is to counteract the distraction, mental excitement. For the mental laxity, it's very different. So you have to check these variables. Good. Are you ready? 5 minutes. Okay. So before I forget it, I will respond to this eyes closed, because this is again very important thing. Why eyes closed is not advisable. Okay. People, number one, you can tell me the difference between when you keep your eyes closed and keep your eyes open. It's not about meditation. Just so here in the hall, keep your eyes open for a few seconds and close and open your eyes. What's the difference? What difference do you see? Keep his eyes open and eyes closed. Anyone? Quick. It's not about meditation.
Eyes open, a lot of bright light.
Eyes open, there's a bright light, and then eyes closed.
It's softer, more gentle.
Very good. Anyone else? What's the difference?
Reality.
Meaning?
You see reality.
No, what I'm saying is don't look at things, right? Keep your eyes open and think of, let's say, say in front of you there's no flower, right? But keep your eyes open and think of the flower. And eyes closed and think of the flower. Not only the flower, even the environment. What's the difference? Yes.
When your eyes are closed, there's more imagination going on.
Yes.
And this, especially in the beginning, it really draws you away from the object very quickly.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
You're more aware of your presence. If you're present.
Which one?
When your eyes open, you're more
Aware of the presence.
present.
Good. Anyone else? Okay. When do you sleep? How do you sleep? With eyes open or eyes closed? Eyes closed. You're getting it? The thing is that you just see if you can notice this. With eyes closed, it's like some dark thing envelops your mind. With eyes open, instantly that is lifted. Do you see the difference? You try to do this. Just think of the flower or whatever, and then close your eyes. Instantly, this is some dark thing, envelops your mind. It veils your mind. Do you notice that? So, this is the problem. That finally meditation is to make your mind so fresh and so light, so serviceable. And instantly, when you close your eyes, instantly some kind of veil, like a light darkness, veils your mind. This one. In other words, there's a greater likelihood for the laxity to come in. Laxity sinks in. Number one. Number two, that people report to me, Gisela, I have this problem, that problem with the meditation. Gisela, when I meditate, I see that my body is moving, rotating like this. So how should you solve this problem? First question that I ask is, do you do meditation with eyes closed? Answer is yes. I said that keep your eyes open and do meditation. And then I ask, give me the feedback. It's stopped. You're getting it? All these problems arise, the mental instability arises, like vertigo experiences. Sometimes you feel that your body is tilting like this direction, whether tilting, not sure, but mentally you feel that with your eyes closed. So, and then later on, when you become good in meditation, when you become really stable in meditation, then not much difference. Eyes closed, eyes open is fine, both are fine. Okay, good. For the analytical meditation, your mind is already active and you have to analyze. Active. So there, with eyes closed, if you feel it more effective, keep it closed is fine. But particularly for the single-pointed meditation, stability meditation, like counting the breath, then say visualizing the Buddha image, just meditating the Buddha image, or observing your mind. For these, you have to keep your eyes open. With closed, in the first place, particularly subtler the object, you will not get the object. Without the object, what are you doing? Okay, so ready? 5 minutes meditation. Okay. And another factor that we need to also think of is for the meditation cushion. Meditation cushion is also very important. It plays a very important role. Meditation cushion, sometimes the meditation cushion is too soft. It can easily make you go into mental laxity or mental sinking. If it is too soft, it's too hard, it will make you distracted because of the pains. So you must make sure that the meditation cushion is very moderate in terms of the softness. Not too soft, not too hard. This is we should require. Then the next thing, there are many things. The one thing is that the sound, like if it is like a smooth sound, continuous smooth sound is okay. For example, like say sometimes electricity, it makes the sound zzz, that's okay. But the intermittent sounds, they must be stopped. For example, like people have their clocks, like tick, 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 it makes the ticking sound. And these have to be, you have to change it to the soundless the clocks. Then the outside, like the water sound, like the very forceful river. For example, some places where the rivers, they make extremely scary sound, very scary sound. Even though it's very smooth, but the sound is very scary. This should be stopped. Then they stop, and you cannot stop that. You're getting it? you have to run away from these places. This is not the right place for meditation. Then the next thing is that, say, where your eyes are very powerful in ways that eyes dominate your meditation. So at such situation, till your mind becomes really good meditation, for example, like here, the very colorful tablecloths, designs, they could be very distracting. So initially, keep things more plain, but you don't worry too much about things. Don't be too finicky with all the details, because if you're too finicky, you will never develop the proper strength. Finally, when you build the strength of meditation, it should be that we should be able to meditate under any situation, with eyes open, eyes closed, with sound, without sound. This is what is required. But initially, don't think that. Some people say that, what you are meditating, why you are so particular with this, to that, this, that, so forth. Meditation means to build the strength of your mind, to just overcome everything. No, we are a beginner. We are not the evolved meditator. We are a beginner. Beginner means we have to take utmost care with all these details, give a shape to your mind, and when the mind becomes strong in the meditation, then the test is that no matter what situation arises, your mind should not be affected. It should be flowing in the meditation. But you're good. Yeah. Yes.
If we're keeping the eyes at 45 degrees, the eyelids are going down, then one should open them.
Okay, so they are bound to be, say, some problems which are unique to the individuals. If that happens, you have to discuss with the teachers or experienced meditators. Okay, for example, like this, when you meditate like this, 45 degrees cast down, the eyelids automatically shuts down. It doesn't happen to all the people, it can happen to some people, right? Automatically shuts down. So we see that otherwise, normally when you communicate, when your eyes open, talk to people, it doesn't shut down. Which means that these are all managed by your mind. You're getting it? All these movements are managed by your mind. These are the micromanagement by your mind. So when it shuts down means that your mind is not working properly. So you have to train the mind, right? Just with your eyes open, talking under normal the activities, your mind is able to do that, to keep the eyelid open, raised. But in the meditation, your mind is not doing it, which means that your mind is not too obedient. So you have to teach the mind to listen to you. Said, what you do is that, say, be mindful. So then that can become a part of meditation for you, to keep the eyelid up, right? So when it's automatically going down, be aware of it, and then keep it up. Keep it up and tell your mind, scold your mind, that, hey, no, you are not doing the work, right? And then keep it up. And gradually, for example, let's say, even in meditation to the tip of the tongue touch the upper palate. Initially, it can be very distracting itself, but we don't do it normally. But when you practice it, gradually it becomes very second nature. It automatically when you sit in meditation, automatically it happens. So likewise, that the mind, actually these are all the functions of your mind. In a way, you are training your mind. And even for this eyelids and so forth, you have to train the mind to keep it up. Okay. Any more questions with meditation? Good. So now we will do if you ever to think of extracting a deeper meaning out of your life in this life, right? But particularly younger ones who no white hairs, right? When the white hairs come, right, you are somewhere, right? If you want to make this happen, you have to do it from now. Don't wait till the first white hair comes. But the young ones, 18, 19 years old, right? The young ones, don't wait till the white hair comes. You're getting it? Say you have to do it now. So when the white hair comes, you are already somewhere. You're getting it? Don't start from the white hair. But those of us like myself, who already have white hairs, so you are the youngest. Keep in mind, don't think of the young people. Think of yourself as the youngest today of the lifespan that you're left with. Use that, right? I'm going to use my youngest moment that I have for this practice. Okay, this is how to uplift yourself. And meanwhile, look for a deeper purpose of life. Let us not waste our life. You're getting it? Me, you, all of us. I'm not just talking to you, What I talk, I also have to do it myself. So let us make sure that we extract meaning, give a meaning to life. Let us not waste our life. Don't think that you are young, right? Say, if you are in my age, in your 50s, when you're with the 60s, 70s, you feel that you're very young. It's a deception. It's a deception. And you are 70, and you are with some people who are in their 70s and whose mothers are in their 90s. Both parents are there, and their generation there, and you look you are so young. When you said it, you're so young. But it's a deception. So you're in your 30s, and you stay with people like us, you feel that I'm so young. It's a deception. It's a deception. So those people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, once they were 30s, right? It just time flies. So let us not waste our life. Be wise. Be wise. Okay. So with this in mind, to design a daily practice, if you want to really extract a meaning out of life, 4 things required. 4 things. One is a single point of shamatha meditation. Some shamatha meditation required to learn how to stabilize your mind, number 1. Number 2, renunciation. Renunciation meaning not to renounce your good cars, good house, and so forth, but to renounce renounce the causes of miseries. Renounce the causes of the miseries. Then the bodhicitta, to expand your renunciation, is to free yourself from the stress and miseries. Bodhicitta is to expand your happiness, universal compassion. And then finally, the emptiness, which actually makes these 2 aspirations come true. Let me repeat it. Number 1 is the shamatha practice to stabilize your mind. Then the renunciation as an aspiration to renounce miseries, to stay away from miseries, to go for fearlessness. Then bodhicitta, to expand your happiness. the practice of the compassion to expand your happiness. And we see that renunciation, bodhicitta number 2 and number 3, both are in the form of aspirations. Aspirations meaning that I want to remove the miseries. I want to embrace the maximum happiness. May I remove the miseries. May I embrace the maximum happiness. May. Aspirations. To materialize these two aspirations, we require the actual, the actual work. That is the wisdom of emptiness. Wisdom of emptiness will make these two things, these two aspirations fulfilled. So number 4 is the wisdom of emptiness. And if you have these 4 things as a part of your daily practice, you're doing a good job. And then, to summarize all these things, put into action. You can do taking the aspirational bodhisattva vow. Aspirational bodhisattva vow. So, to take the aspirational bodhisattva vow, it is not required that you should be Buddhist. It's not required. Anybody can take this aspirational bodhisattva vow. This is just to feel that from today onwards, I will, if possible, I will help others. If not, at least I will not harm others. This much if you can commit yourself, you are entitled to take the aspirational bodhisattva vow. So, then you see that if you keep doing this on a daily basis, over time you see that your mind is actually growing, becoming stronger, growing and not being affected by external factors, and the vision of your goal of your life becomes more and more solid and more vivid. And then you see that your joy is increasing. As you grow older, your joy increases. So usually what happens is that how do we know that the people have extracted meaning out of life or not? One very simple measure is that as one grows older, if you miss your youth, which means that you have wasted your life. As you grow older, you become happier and happier. And instead of missing your youth, you see that, wow, what I'm today is much more meaningful than what I was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. If this feeling is coming to you, where you don't feel lonely, you grow older, instead of feeling lonely, you see that you have a lot of things to do, and life is full of meaning, which means that you have used your life very, very productively. Okay, this is how we can now say whether you are in your 20s or 30s, or you are the youngest of the lifespan that you are left with now. Let's do something so that 5 years later, 10 years later, I don't have to regret. We don't have to regret. You getting it? This is so important. Those people who can see far away ahead of time, these are known as the wise people. And those people who, keep thinking, I have to do something, and then finally, after 5 years, 10 years, you look back and down, how I wish I did it like this before. Too late. This is unfortunate, this is unwise. So why should we not be wise? In other words, 2 points. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Number 2, be wisely kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself means give yourself happiness. Give yourself purpose of life. Be wisely kind to yourself means that the first one is the resultant state. Be kind to yourself means the resultant. Be wisely kind to yourself is the causal factor, cause. So everybody, if I say, how many like to have the maximum happiness? Everybody will raise hands. Right? Everybody will raise hands. How many of you like to have the maximum happiness? How many like to be free from miseries? Everybody will raise hands. Everybody, because it's very easy. But if I ask you, how many are going to meditate on emptiness for 10 hours a day? Right? Then, okay, I have this thing to do, that thing to do. Oh, then 1 hour a day. Yeah, good. But I have this thing to do, that thing to do. No, half an hour a day. Yeah, that's good, but not every day. Right? Then 10 minutes. Oh, that's good, I'll do that, right? And then after a few days, you will say, I have this thing to do, that thing to do, and what? I have to sweep my floor, I have to sweep my floor, or what? And I have to wash my dish. You can wash your dish any time, right? You can do it any time, but you always look for some excuses. So, with the causes, people don't want to go for the causes of happiness. They want the happiness, they don't want the cause of the happiness. They don't want miseries, they want to indulge in the cause of miseries. This is a problem, this is the irony. We want the best thing for ourselves, which means that we try to be kind to ourselves, but we are not being wisely kind to ourselves. Because why not we are being wisely kind to ourselves? Because we are not ready to embrace the causes of the happiness. Anybody who embraces the causes of the happiness, these are the wise people, wisely being kind. So do agendas of a life. Be kind to yourself and be wisely kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself means be happy, right? But how to be happy? Embrace the cause of the happiness. This is to be the wise. Okay, so now since that we don't have much time, we will now do one thing. We'll do the instead of the renunciation we'll do tomorrow. The complete set we'll do tomorrow, and today we'll do the Bodhicitta part, which we do on the basis of the 4 immeasurables. So we'll do the practice of the 4 immeasurables today, and then the Bodhisattva vows verses will say this. Are you ready? Okay. Visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in front of us, as so loving, caring, embracing, particularly Buddha Shakyamuni and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who is right here in Dharamsala with us. We're breathing the same air. We are treading the land on which His Holiness treads on. And visualize that they're so loving, caring, embracing, and they're so happy over what you're doing today. And also visualize your 2 grandparents, all of them the members, and all the staff of Tushita Center, and all the dogs, cats, animals, insects, monkeys, everyone around us, and all the beings in your own country, in the world, in the Milky Way galaxy, and in the entire universe. And here you are like the mother, and all others are like your own children, suffering so much because of being in the dream of ignorance, and not knowing that they're all they're not being able to see the dream as dream, but seeing the dream as real. This is the problem, rooted problem. And with so much compassion for them, generate very strong wish that I must generate Bodhicitta. Desire to become fully awakened one, desire to become Buddha, which is the fully awakened one, for the benefit of all human sentient beings. So with this in mind, the 4 immeasurables will do this, which is actually the preliminary part of the Bodhicitta practice. Bodhicitta practice, which has 2 main methods, which we have to study separately. And here we just do the 4 immeasurables. And try to flow as per the instructions given. Don't try to correlate what you are hearing today, whether what you learned before or what you've read before. Don't try to correlate. And here is opportunity for us to improve the experiences to the best we can. If you want to correlate, you can correlate later on, not now. So at the moment, let's focus on invoking the experience to the best we can. And at times, what we are trying to reflect on, meditate on, may not resonate with your, say, the natural thinking. Natural thinking may not agree with what you are trying to adopt, a new way of thinking. So this is known as a practice. Okay, with this in mind, first, immeasurable loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. May all my dear mother sentient beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. I will take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are so proud and happy to see that we make such a courageous commitment. Like a mother, after all these many years of raising children, today the eldest daughter just aged 12 and the eldest son aged 11, two of them come to you as a little girl, little boy, come to the mother, telling the mother, "Mother, please take rest, you have done everything for us. We have grown up, we'll take care of all my siblings." And the mother could not believe her eyes and ears. She was so proud, happy, tears of joy coming from her eyes. This is exactly what has happened to all Buddhas Bodhisattvas today. They feel so proud of you. This pride and happiness the Buddhas Bodhisattvas feel invoke the compassionate mission minds to send forth nectars and very soothing lights towards you and all sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the Buddha's beings yours instills in all happiness and the causes of happiness, particularly Bodhicitta, the most beautiful mind of Bodhicitta, and the fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness to all the demon sentient beings. And you're seeing this miracle happening. You're so happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Next, immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all my dear mother sentient beings be freed from suffering and the cause of suffering primarily consisting of self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude. I will take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are freed from suffering and the cause of suffering. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you are making such a courageous commitment, they intensely happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassionate omniscient minds to send the nectars for soothing lights towards you and all dear sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectar to the Buddha's beings yours washes over all the miseries and causes the miseries from the dear sentient being's mind and yourself. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all the dear sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable loving kindness, immeasurable joy. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. May all my dear mother sentient beings never be separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. I will take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas witnessing the living is such a courageous commitment, the intense happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassionate, omniscient minds to ascend for nectars, very soothing lights towards you and all demonstrated beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars by the bodies of beings in yours stabilizes the happiness and causes the happiness that the beings are endowed with. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all the demonstrated beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Immeasurable equanimity. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all of their dear sentient beings with total love and affection, leaving none aside. May all my dear sentient beings be freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. I will take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. The Buddha's Bodhisattvas witnessing that we make such a courageous commitment that intensely proud of you, like the mother. After all these many years of raising children, today the eldest daughter, just aged 12, eldest son, aged 11, come to the mother, tell the mother, "Mother, please take the rest. You've done everything for us. You love us so much. We also love you so much. We are already grown up. We'll take care of my siblings." And the mother couldn't believe her eyes and ears. Tears of joy coming to the mother. This is exactly what is happening to all the Buddha's Bodhisattvas. They're so happy and proud for you. And this pride and happiness invoke the compassionate omniscient minds of the Buddha's Bodhisattvas to ascend for nectars, very soothing lights towards you and all sentient beings. The mere touch of less nectars by the bodies of beings yours frees the beings from biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead making them abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other demons sentient beings with total love and affection, leaving them aside. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening towards all our demons sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Abiding this incredibly great connection, feeling of affection, feeling of love and affection towards all the sentient beings. Imagine that you are looking at the eyes of each of the sentient beings to the extent that they feel themselves are so special in your eyes. And this feeling of affection and connection, love and affection, is a basis for your bodhicitta. Stay in this beautiful mind of the love and affection of all the beings. With folded hands, let us fold our hands together and make the bodhicitta commitment 3 times together. When I say, "May I become Buddha," it doesn't mean Buddhism. It simply means, "May the treasure within me be awakened." Buddha is a Sanskrit word. It means awaken, awakened one. May my treasure inside, the gold-like Buddha nature, become awakened, where all the mental defilements are gone, and you experience the total fearlessness, infinite happiness, then you become so courageous and fearless to guide all the demon sentient beings towards ultimate happiness and fearlessness. With this motivation, I'll say this line of Bodhicitta, and then let us all say these 3 times together. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. This courageous mind of Bodhicitta designed to become Buddha for the benefit of dear mother sentient beings. This is the most beautiful mind to ever to exist in this whole universe, and today you've generated this. So precious. It can be very superficial, it doesn't matter. This is how we begin this journey, so precious. You have obtained a new life, new purpose of life, now to look for, to awaken your seed of perfection within you, seed of the treasure, ultimate happiness within you, awaken this Buddha energy within you, to become Buddha for the benefit of all dimensions, because you've now obtained a new journey of life, a new meaning of life, new purpose of life, so precious. Slowly transform this beautiful mind of Bodhicitta, the most beautiful mind of the Bodhicitta, into a spotlessly clean moon disk, 1 inch or 2 inches in diameter, horizontally sitting at the heart. And just make a commitment, aspiration. May I never be separated from this beautiful Bodhicitta. Throughout this life and the future lives till Buddha, make this commitment. Are you good? So on top of this, now we have to add the wisdom of emptiness. How you want to become Buddha is by applying the remedy, cultivating the remedy to overcome all the mental defilements, which is the wisdom of emptiness. This we will do after the study of wisdom of emptiness. Okay, we'll stop here. We are done. Now we turn to page 52, Dedication Prayer. Page 52. Okay. Let us dedicate the merits thus gathered, that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true source of joy and happiness on this earth, that he lives long and that his wishes be fulfilled spontaneously, particularly his wish of disseminating the concept of universal ethics in the minds of all the sentient beings through this program known as the Sea Learning, and this to be adopted by all the schools, colleges, universities, institutions, by the individuals and by the nations, by the whole UNO. So let's pray that this happens for the welfare of the whole world, for the welfare of the humanity, for the welfare of all the animals in this world, for the welfare of the whole ecology. So with this mind, and also let us pray that all these wars in the world subside, all this domestic violence, all the problems of the anger, hostility, they all subside into peace, harmony, friendship, brotherhood, spirit, the sisterhood, and the spirit of the harmony dawns in the world. May the teaching of Bodhicitta and the teaching of wisdom of emptiness thrive in the minds of all demonstrated beings, starting from each one of us. With this mind, let us recite the 3 verses. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization that is in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas so 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect within the 2 stages. From our 2 collections, past the space that were amassed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom eyes blinded by ignorance. three prostrations.